Good tidings, and welcome back to my sky stall. As always, I of course am Cloying Clouds, and this video will be a continuation of the Gallivant Nomad set. And with this one, I'm going to try to speedrun a little bit and knock out the rest of these decants, and I may follow up on some of the more noteworthy scents after an initial smell just to kind of save some time here. So let's just jump super quickly into this and see what we got left. Okay. We have Acra, and we can quickly take a peek and see what it references. This references fruity, spicy, leathery, a journey to Africa's capital of Kul on the Gulf of Guinea. Let's use these little strips to save the hassle of my skin getting saturated with 8 different decants. Let's give it a little spray here. I'm going to let this sit for a moment, and then we'll touch base in 2 seconds. Okay, and just a quick little 2 seconds of this one. The leather is quite pronounced. The spice is quite pronounced as well. The fruit, I don't smell much fruit. There is this hint of some sort of wood, which seems to be in those fragrances. It smells a wee bit like Tarathi Brown, but without as pronounced wood scents. Enjoyable? Yes. Would I buy it? Yes. Let's quickly jump to the next one. And for the next little decant speedrun, we have Abu Dhabi, which is referenced by aromatic, dry, spicy, hot sand, dazzling light, and a breeze from the desert. Let's take a peek and find out. Let's give this a quick little spray and see how we do. Let's take a quick little reference and see how we're smelling here. It has a very similar scent to the Acra, but this definitely is lacking to me a very strong wood scent. But it has this smoky incense scent that is a lot more pronounced. And I will say, as it spoke, it is quite aromatic. I don't exactly know what hot sand dazzling light is, but I guess for more of a mood sense, it definitely sets this tears and or stones and stories that would be reminiscent of walking amongst the dunes with a nice fragrance. Is it enjoyable? Yes. Would I buy it? Yes. And next up we have Tokyo, which references zingy, spicy, and woody, a playful tribute to Goldo, hopefully I said that correctly, the Japanese way of fragrance. Well, let's find out and see if it's true. Let's let that sit for just a moment and come right back. Okay, let's take a peek. There's a very interesting citrus note here, it seems like. I don't know if that was intended or not, but different. I don't think I've had a fragrance that comes to the same note profiles as this one, or concentrations and all that fun stuff. So, is it enjoyable? Yes. Would I buy it? Yes. Next up we have Buenos Aires, which is referenced as smooth, nutty, and woody, the suave, seductive beauty of Argentina. Romantic and sensual. Well, let's take a peek and find out. Let this sit for just a moment, and we'll be right back. Kind of smells like the triage room in a hospital. That is, it's mixed with the sense of the front desk, as well as medications that would potentially be lingering from the ED. And quite frankly, I don't like this. It smells pretty unpleasant. Is it enjoyable? No. Would I buy it? No. There's also a weird hint of powder that is just lingering and quite unpleasant, and I would rather throw this in the trash than wear it. And next up we have Brooklyn, which the description for this one is simply fresh, clean, and fun. The fizz of an urban playground. Not sure what that's supposed to mean, but we're going to find out in 2 seconds. Let that sit, and we'll be right back. Let's take a peek and see how this one smells. Interesting, this also has a very prominent citrus smell. It almost smells like lemon. The freshness is also quite prevalent. Definitely seems to be something that I'd wear a little bit more on the warmer days than the colder ones. A safe, clean smell with a hint of citrus and fresh laundry. Is it enjoyable? Yes. Would I buy it? Probably. Okay. Next up we have Berlin. Its description is fresh, woody, and spicy, an elegant contrast of light and dark. There seems to be a lot of spicy woody going on here, so let's take a peek and see how it smells. Let's take a peek and see how it's going. This one smells like a museum. I don't know why, but that's just kind of the vibes I'm getting from it. I feel like the fact that it's trying to go between two different avenues, that is, the fresh and the wood scent, it falls flat on both, unfortunately. There ain't much here other than smelling like a museum, and not in a pleasant way, just kind of a indifferent way. Is it enjoyable? No. Would I buy it? No. At the same time, I don't think it's miserable and or unsettling. Just not my cup of tea. And as we continue on our little transit here, we have landed upon Los Angeles, which is described as floral and smoky with marine notes, sunset people, neon signs, and sultry glamour. Give it a little quick spray. That was kind of a bad hit, but we'll take it. And we'll, of course, just let it sit for just 2 moments. This seems to lean more into a sweet floral scent to it, but it's definitely an amalgamation of candle scents, all wrapped together in a little bundle of Los Angeles. Is it enjoyable? I'd say kind of. Would I buy it? If I was really wanting to just branch out from the usual scents and smells, I'd give it a go, but so far there has been much better choices than this one throughout this decant set. Not terrible, not amazing, somewhere in between. We have now landed in London, and with London, we can expect floral, green, and leathery, a touch of grit, and a dash of glam. Not sure what that's supposed to smell like, but I guess we'll be here to find out in 2 seconds. And we are back. If you've noticed the writing on these little pieces of paper I have, it's just so I can keep track of what's what after the fact. I like to also see how they develop long term and if anything changes. And if they usually do, I'll add little snippets of words in my post to just really bring the whole picture together, as well as keep a little small record of things that I may want to purchase. I'll write on the back of them. Yes, no, maybe, things like that. Anyways, let's take a smell and see how this is going. Fresh, yes. Floral, very much yes. Leathery, not so much. This seems to be on the same issues as the Buenos Aires one. It just smells like chemicals in a hospital, but this one has a little bit more of a mask. That is the floral and the green. I'm not saying that I'm biased against floral scents, but floral scents to me just come out smelling like cleaning supplies for toilets. I've not found too many that have been quite appealing. This one is not awful. Is it enjoyable? Not really to me. And would I recommend buying this? Or would I buy this? Either or. Probably not. I would just keep on trucking in past London and go to the next stop under little destinations here. As we continue this flight of fragrance, we land upon our next stop, which is Istanbul, or Istanbul, I suppose. And the description for this one is ambery, woody, and spicy, east meets west. Let's find out what that means, as we usually have been together. And we have returned once again to take a sniff of the next smell. This description seems to be the most accurate of all the ones I've smelled so far. Ambery, yes. Woody, yes. Spicy, very much yes. It's a very aromatic scent that touches upon all those points and more too, but definitely an outdoorsy scent throughout the forest and foliages. Very reminiscent of that, maybe through the Silk Road of Spice. This is not too shabbaroonie. Is it enjoyable? Yes. Would I recommend buying a bottle if you like that sort of thing? I think I would. I also will mention there's some weird sweetness going on the back end. Kind of pleasant. I don't mind it. As our journey of smells comes to a close, we land upon Dansk, which is described as warm, earthy, smoky, Baltic gold, the mystery of the ambergris in the sea. The description is quite interesting, a little bit more love than the last ones, and the picture it paints is fascinating to say the least. And let's take a peek into our smell, see how true that really is. Let's take a smell and see how this one has developed. This is quite pleasant as well. It's very strange. It's warm. It is earthy. And that smoke wasn't lying. But at the same time, there's something fruit or sweet or something of that nature that's making it a little wee bit different. In an enjoyable manner nonetheless. The ambergris, it's speaking a small tune. The notes are present, but they're not prevailing like a wind. They're just sitting there singing on the background like a small symphony and not so much as a siren's call, which I do enjoy. I think I have this predisposition to just enjoying, warm, smoky scents with just a taste or a kiss of some sort of fruit and or scent of sweetness. This, I don't know exactly what's inside of it, but it is pleasant. It's enjoyable, and I would recommend buying a bottle of this. Overall, this decant set was quite pleasant. It definitely had more highs than lows, and very unique scents that I haven't come across in some of my day-to-day bottle buying, which I like. I think that, yes, it's a little bit more on the pricier side than the usual things I buy, but I would say that some of them are warranted. Definitely do a full wear of these and then see how they really develop over time, and then come back to them with a bottle down the line to really get the whole experience as to what they offer. Anyhow, anywho, and anyway, feel free to like and subscribe. I never mind it, and I always do appreciate it. Thank you for stopping on by as always, and I hope to see you again real soon. Bye bye now.